What's going on, guys? Thanks for checking out the Big Brain Boys podcast. On this week's episode, me and Matt are talking about the origins of the one-up guy. We do a fan Q&A from Instagram. We give some bad advice and some great advice, depending on how you want to fucking look at it. We talk about how MGK has lost his mind completely, and we talk about how Joey Chestnut, the Glizzy God, is a greater athlete than Michael Jordan. So, hope you enjoy. Okay, let's do these Instagram questions. How does Pat manage to stay so humble while becoming way more famous than you?
Facts.
What
Yeah.
do you mean facts?
I'm way more famous than you.
You think so?
Yeah.
I guess we'll fucking see.
Yeah, I walked on the
We'll see who ends up on Dancing with the Stars first.
That's how you know your career's going down.
Why do men think it's gay to wash their ass?
Straightest thing a man can do.
To wash your ass?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but do you wash your ass?
What does that mean?
Like, are you in that bitch?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'm in that bitch.
How deep?
Bro, not in my asshole.
No shit.
Well, I'm in that bitch then.
Are you in the crack?
Yeah, hell yeah.
With a what?
Are you saying you're not in the crack?
I'm pretty much in there. I'd be chilling.
Yeah, me too. All right, next question.
How do I tell the homie
How do I tell the homie?
I want my ass railed by him?
God damn.
Let's genuinely try some advice here. How do you tell the homie you want?
Fuck, man. I have no idea. How could you break that ice?
I think you have to do some digging first. I think you can't be like, yo, can you fuck my whole shit up?
Yeah, you got to test the waters a little bit.
Kiss him on the cheek or something.
Yeah. Smack his ass or something.
But smacking ass could be athletic.
But boys are being boys,
could be athletic.
You know, he's grabbing a beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And then, if he gives you the...
Maybe you smack and hold give it like 5.
Well, not the first one.
Why not, though?
The first one...
No, but the first one's a waste.
Test the waters. Maybe he smacks his ass and he goes, hey, fuck off, man. Maybe he smacks his ass and he goes, that's all you got?
Hey, fuck off, man.
Holy shit.
If you weren't even trying some
like the
shit.
most like movie line ever. Hey, fuck off, man.
Yeah, that's like some 1980s. Oh my god, dude, I watched The Outsiders the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, do you know The Outsiders?
Mm-hmm.
Did you watch it in school?
Yeah.
Okay, I watched it in school too. I haven't seen it since. And as like a 7th grader or whatever,
Yeah.
I was like, this movie's great. I watched it the other day. It is the worst piece of shit ever made.
Just by yourself, you turned on The Outsiders?
Yeah, hold on though. What are you getting to? I know exactly what that means from you though. What are you getting to? What do you mean just by myself?
No, I just mean it's a weird movie to turn on.
See, there it is. What are you talking about? What do you want about already?
No, of all the movies that you'd casually flick
It's
on.
not like I haven't seen a single movie and that's the first one I fucking picked. I've seen a lot of fucking movies, bro. That's
right.
That's like number 10,000 that I've seen. Like it wasn't that I've seen other shit.
Whoa. I'm just asking, bro.
Yes, I watched The Outsiders by myself. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, you're right. It's completely normal.
Fuck off, man. Like just the acting.
They're so cliche.
The acting is like typical. It's like, hey, buzz off, pal, or you're gonna get a knuckle sandwich. And it's a whole man. It's not like it's from the 60s. Like I think it's 80, mid 80s.
Yeah.
Like there were still good actors and shit. I was like, who wrote this?
Buzz off, buddy.
Hey, buzz off, or you're gonna catch it bad, pal. Do you want a taste of a knuckle sandwich? Well, you better buzz off. Okay, so what do we tell the dude who wants to get fucked? So a guy who wants his homie to rail his ass. I mean, dude, you gotta. There's many more steps to this.
Yeah,
first.
you got to go. That's a slow process.
Yeah.
That's a grind.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's a
Rome
grind.
wasn't
It's
built in a day.
A grinder, you could call it.
You could.
Maybe grind up on him and like behind, like
Yeah.
as he's at the fridge getting a beer.
Yeah.
Just kind of bump up on like
a little daisy.
Bump and grind.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all about reactions.
I think you really got to do some minor reaction
Give him a little shoulder rub one day. See what he does. Yeah.
Off the bat, from Jump Street.
Just jump into
That's
it.
crazy.
Nope. Completely normal.
Because
bros being bros.
No, it's not bros being bros.
He's got tight shoulders. You just sneak up behind him, give him a
pause. Because here's the thing: if you did that to your guy and he is not gay, I think you would get a reaction out of him that would then leave you in a tough spot. You're trying to get in and out of this with as least. Am I right, or do you want to be toxic with this? Because if you want to be toxic, then dive right in that.
Just ask him the question.
Yeah, exactly. If you don't care,
you're trying to fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Just ask him. At the end of the day, just ask him.
Yeah, fucking just ask him. Just ask him. Enough's enough. For fuck's sakes.
If not, fucking find someone else to rail you, I guess.
Okay. From maybe this should be anonymous. Need to cut this chick off because post-nut clarity kicked in 3 weeks late. Some bad advice? ? 3 weeks is not post-nut clarity. And have some respect with how you speak to women. Hey, let's put that up. Let's put that up. That'll do good. Let's. I need advice on how to not steal time at work as revenge for overworking me. I think it's exactly what you do.
Yeah, steal all the time you want.
I think if you're on a job that is paid by the hour, I think your number one priority should be how to do as little work as possible while keeping your job. Yeah,
for sure.
Unless it's a work of passion and you were genuinely trying to, if you're at a day job, I think we should more normalize
wasting employers' time.
Trying to take as many shits as possible on the clock.
Well, yeah, you always shit in the morning because you had your coffee and you need to shit. Then you shit after lunch because you just ate.
Well, not everyone shits after they eat but you have a bowel.
But no. But the employer doesn't know that.
I know. I'm just saying you have that thing.
I do have that thing. And then right before the end of the day, you stop for an hour-long shit.
Where does that shit come from?
It's just you got that bowel thing. It's just things are moving.
Men jerking off with condoms, not a real thing. Prove me wrong?
Not a real thing.
Not a real thing, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever jacked off with a condom?
No.
You don't play it safe, huh? You're out here.
Yeah, my hand's pretty filthy, but
you're
not
out here,
that filthy.
You're out here gambling. Are men able to push their dicks all the way inside so there's only skin left hanging?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a toque or a helmet?
I'm a toque.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you ever get an adult circumcision?
No chance. I love my shit. I love my cut.
You never thought about getting a fade, huh?
Nah. You?
Mine was done.
Yeah.
Mine was done early.
You got the skin fade?
How does my husband and I find others to have threesomes, foursomes? Get better grammar is the first.
Call me.
What?
Call Connor.
How does my husband and I find others to have threesomes, foursomes? Dude, swingers club, like this, there's swingers clubs everywhere. That's a big thing that I did not know about.
Yeah. I don't know where you go to find them.
Tinder.
I think you just go on Tinder and be like, we're looking for a third, fourth.
I'm sure you can. But with also Tinder, though, you'd be putting it out.
Yeah,
people would be seeing it that you maybe not like. You wouldn't want to put it out to a broad group of people.
Yeah.
And just hope to find one because if you're trying to like not put it out there. But yeah, I sold a product. I won't say, which job. I won't say which one. I sold a product to a girl who her and her husband were in swingers clubs in a suburb of Edmonton.
Nuts.
And I had never really like I had seen it, and like I've had like DMs of like wives wanting me to like saying they like crazy DMs like that, but I'd never really like seen it in person. And like they would be together, and she would be like flirting with me and other guys at the store and stuff like right in front of him. And he wouldn't give a shit. But I'm sure if there was other girls there, it was mostly guys that worked there. But I'm sure if there was other girls there, he would have done the same thing right in front of each other. It was so super weird.
That's so strange.
Well, I mean, I say weird. I don't.
Yeah, I guess
other people. It's just
teach their
I say
own,
weird.
I
say weird as in it's not my thing. That's what I mean.
For sure.
The first I'd ever experienced of that. She was and like she had. Oh, dude, you talk about wine stained teeth. Hey.
Is she an older lady?
55.
Older lady.
You think that's old? What's too old?
Older than us.
Yeah, no shit. We're young.
Young bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Young bulls.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for some... You're looking for some wives.
Okay, how do you find a fucking swinger? Or wait, no, I guess are they just looking for a single person?
They're just looking for a third or a fourth. Not really to regularly swing.
Oh, so you just need a fucking extra body.
I mean, if they're in Edmonton, just go up and down 118th for a bit. You'll find.
Yeah, I think the only way is Tinder. Because how
if
else
you're looking for just one, yeah.
Because how else you can't just go up to people.
Or
there's got to be a fucking app for swingers nowadays.
Like
I bet it's called Swingers.
I was gonna say just Facebook Marketplace.
But would you be cryptic? Because then you could risk the chance of sounding like Wayfair, where you're like selling children.
No, I would just put it out there.
Selling this fork for $5,000. It's 7 years old.
Yeah. No, just put it on Facebook Marketplace.
What direct ad?
Your public name, everything, your address.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Just let anybody show up and just take the first one.
Ooh, here's a good one. How much flirting, dude? This is getting fucking relationshipy.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back to Call Her Daddy.
Yeah, we're great at relationship advice.
How much flirting with a man in a relationship is too much?
Flirting with a man?
Yeah. How much?
She's in a relationship, flirting with someone. Man.
I'm assuming as a girlfriend in a relationship with another dude, how much flirting with a man is too much? First of all, if you're asking, a red flag.
Yeah, you already know the answer.
You already know the answer.
You're looking for like...
She's been deleting text messages left, right, and center.
If in your stomach it feels wrong, it's wrong. That's how you know.
If it in your throat, you find yourself with a mouthful of dick, you've gone too far.
What's next?
Please speak on the pit viper wearing mullet having oil field dudes in Alberta. First of all, Mo, that whole characteristic is so overdone. And I'll say it right now, I don't know what your thoughts are.
No,
on
it's
dude.
It's definitely kind of true. Like that's how Albertans talk.
No, I know, but that whole like Canadian hockey. I've seen TikTok accounts of Canadians who purposely do a Canadian voice. Like they're like, "Bud, if you're from fucking I'm like, bro, the letter Kenny shit is over. Like it's already been done.
It's a little.
First of all, not a lot of Canadians actually talk like that. You're over exaggerating, and a joke is over exaggeration. That's what makes it funny. Mm-hmm. And but it was funny the first time. Mm-hmm. Now it's like I've seen TikTok accounts of Canadians who are like, there was this one TikTok account, he was fucking huge. And I mean, I guess that makes me wrong for criticizing, but it's like I'd hear his voice, like he does like comparing provinces. And he's like, "Bud, if fucking Ontario ends up in fucking Alberta, bud, you're fucked already, bud." Like I'm like, that's maybe if you hear it for the first time and you're out of Canada, but like to me, like that is so like wrap that up, bro.
Yeah,
wrap that up.
But the thing is, there are people that actually talk like that. Yeah, man.
Not to that extent, man. And you can tell when it's forced, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like you can tell. And then off camera, he's like, "Yeah, that was a really great take.
That was good. Everything was good there.
Everything was really good there. I think we'll fucking edit that in post, but that'll be really good." And then cameras come on. "Oh, fuck, bud. You got your fucking Timmys." I'm like, oh my God, man. Like that's like, it's so overdone.
Any other good questions?
How to find a squirter.
So wait, a girl asked that?
A guy. That's the Facebook Marketplace ad, not the swingers one. That's the Facebook Marketplace ad. You put up a wanted ad.
In search of.
I think something. If you're not looking to be on the nose like that, you can put in search of like bedroom water park.
Slip and slide.
Homemade slip and slide.
Erotic slip and slide.
Erotic slip and slide. 18 up slip and slide.
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Balls.
Super Soaker 3000.
Ladies, if you are a squirter, please hit up on Instagram. Hope you're enjoying the podcast. Just a reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you want to listen offline, we've got audio on Spotify, Apple, all those platforms. And if you're listening on audio and you want video, head over to the YouTube, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms at The Big Brain Boys. Enjoy.
Well, here, do you want to talk about One Up Guy for a bit?
So I probably should have done a video on this a while ago, and I don't know why I haven't. I guess.
Do you know how many parts you've done to it now?
Fuck.
Because at first you were doing like part 1, part 2, part 3, but yeah.
I think it went to like 15 of those, and then I started doing stitches, and then I kind of stopped, and then I stopped doing it a little bit. Mm-hmm. But after the cameos, I've completely forgot how many.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I could easily count. I don't think it's been any more. I think I did like 15 of the One Up guys, like about marathons and fucking whatever.
Yeah.
And then started doing stitches, and I probably maybe 10. about maybe 10 about stitches, like Stitch one up guys, and then maybe a couple more after that. So like I mean maybe 30 on my TikTok, but my Cameo I've done fucking hundreds of cameos I think. But the origin story, people have always asked me how I came up with the one up guy, and I've gotten like, you know, obviously haven't done it in a while. I'm pretty done with the character, but I've gotten a lot of, when I was doing it, like dozens of comments every single video being like, where, like, not just where'd you come up with this, but like, who is this in your life that you pulled this inspiration from, you know, whatever. Because I think the reason people related with a lot is because people would be like, oh, that's my brother-in-law.
Yeah, everybody has that guy.
That's my dad. That's my boss. That's my whatever.
Yeah.
And so I think people were curious as to like what that person was for me. And it's kind of a cool story. And I won't make it cheesy in the sense of I don't want to put a lesson in there, but there kind of is. And that is how I came up with the one up guy. We came from two places. One source was a group of people, and another source was one particular person in one instance. Mm-hmm. So the group of people was when I was working at my sales job. A lot of our clients would be like wealthy people, mm-hmm. and, you know, like well off, and people who buy wealthy things can kind of, there'd be a lot of very sweet people, a lot of very nice people, a lot of generous people, like a lot of just beautiful, awesome people. But then there'd be a lot of people that
like egotistical,
very egotistical, and they're buying this to, you know, flex and, you know, do their whole thing. And I'm sure there was some one up guys in that experience, but I never really, you never really interact with them too much in that regard. But the mannerisms of the one up guy, it's like that rich white guy. I did a little stitch with Dan Bilzerian one time where he was eating on a podcast. I don't know if you've seen, and he was like,
he was doing the lip smack.
He was like,
and
it's like when they eat, and there's so many, I've talked to so many people about this, and it's so awesome to see how people like study the character too. But when they like, they're always like eating, but they're not doing like a gross eating when you're talking. Like some people are just slobs when they eat, and they talk, like, it's not that. It's they're eating, but they're talking. And I think, and other fans have like come up with the same theory as well, which is why it's so cool, or just to see people study this as well. And like it's to make what they're saying not seem that important that they're going to like stop eating. Yeah. So they'll be eating, and I relate this back to the people that I would be, you know, dealing with business wise. Yeah. And, you know, they would be telling a story about how they climbed Everest or whatever, mm-hmm. but they'd be doing it while eating. They would just eating. Nonchalantly, like, because they're like, this story is so,
so blah to me.
It's so blah to me. I'm not even going to stop eating. Yeah. And I would be dealing with these people. Sometimes they wouldn't even be eating, and they would just do things with their mouth. And I was like, what did you just do? Yeah. And they'd be talking like this. And I would, in my head, I'd be so mad because I was a couple years younger, and I'm still kind of in this, maybe it's just me who I am, but I'm very like, if someone is doing something around me that is like, I can tell it's mm-hmm. like disingenuous.
You're putting on like an act.
I get very mad. Not mm-hmm. very like, not, but I'm like, in my head, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
You're clearly putting on like a show right now.
Exactly. And so I would be very, and I was even younger, I was 23. I would be like behind my COVID mask, like seething, being mm-hmm. like, why are you talking to me like this? Mm-hmm. Not even about doing one up guy shit, but they'd be like, yeah, we like it. It's good, but you know, and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Talk normal. You know how to speak. And so I've, over a year of working there, I, you know, gathered so many just impression, like so many pieces of fucking data to make an impression off of. So that's where I came up with the one up guy mannerisms. Mm-hmm. And it, unbeknownst to me at the time that I was going to use this for a character. Yeah. And then I went to Europe for 2 months. And mm-hmm. when I went to Europe was great. And I went to the expensive parts of Europe like I did in Northern Europe, which is very pricey. Yeah. So when I finished Europe, I came back being like, that was awesome. It was a blast. I loved it. It was the fucking greatest trip I've ever done. Probably will be one of the greatest trips I'll ever do. But I did come back being like, ooh, that was expensive. And like, I was like, did I get anything out of that? Like I did, like there was no worldly experience. Like I mm-hmm. obviously seeing the world is very important, but I didn't come back with this, like, I'm a changed, like,
yeah, people are saying, like, they're a different person.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't come back with that. I was like, oh, that was a cool vacation. That cost
I got away for a little bit.
That cost me a lot. So I was kind of like, oh, that was expensive. And like, what did I come away with that with? And same thing, unbeknownst to me. But when I was in Amsterdam, I met up with my buddy in Amsterdam, and meet up with him. We party for the weekend, have a great fucking time. And then on like, I don't know, Sunday or something like this, he said his friend that he knew from college, and I think he's a bit older than me. He was like 27, 28. He was like, his friend from college is in town as well. And he hasn't seen him since college or whatever. And he's going to go meet up with him for dinner or drinks. And he's like, you should come with. And I was like, no, don't let me crowd your space. I'll go fuck off. I'll go make myself busy. I don't want to interrupt you guys. He's like, no, come. I'm like, well, you guys go for a drink, get food. I'll come for like a nightcap.
Late night.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll meet up with you later. I'll let you guys catch up. He's like, cool. So I go to meet up with him at the bar they're at, and it's the two of them, and they're sitting at a table across from each other. And the second I walk up to them, I can tell like the body language is off. Like they're not, they're not like, oh, they're getting along. They are very separated energy wise.
Like the two of them weren't.
The two of them, like my buddy and his
friend
he's catching up with, or like their body language is not.
Okay.
They're not, getting along, I guess. And I sit down, and within 10 seconds, I'm like, this is a one-up guy. I didn't even know, the one-up guy term. I didn't even really know.
You just knew this is one of those guys.
This is a guy who one-ups you. Because literally, dude, everything my friend would say, they haven't talked in years. And my friend in, obviously in the Netherlands, you don't really, or Amsterdam specifically, you don't really drive that much. You ride bikes and shit. So my buddy was getting his driver's license, which is a notable story in a place like that. Yeah. It's actually something unique. And he was like, yeah, I'm doing a course, learn how to pass your driver's license test. And the guy's like, oh, how long is it taking you? And he's like, and my buddy's like, I think it's like 2 months. And then the other guy goes, yeah, I did that in about 3 weeks. And then says nothing.
Yeah.
Doesn't
carry on the conversation.
Doesn't say, I did it in 3 weeks. Here's what I learned. So you can do it in 3 weeks too, which would be cool. He just says, yeah, I did it in 3, and then stops. And then my buddy, story's over. He goes,
yeah. What are you supposed to say back to that? Good for you?
Exactly. Good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, literally good for you. And then multiple instances. And I remember literally at the table, I remember pulling out my phone like this under the table in my sketch notes and being like, guy at dinner who one-ups you.
Yeah.
And thank God we were like, I think they were still eating like some fucking appetizers or fucking snacks or whatever, because he was eating too and doing like the kind of eating stuff.
Yeah. And
so I said, guy at dinner. Otherwise, I might not have put together the mannerisms
the eating and
to make it a fucking super villain.
Yeah.
And I wrote it in my notes like this, like guy who always has to one up you. And it went on like couple fucking times. And I remember sometimes looking at my buddy being like, what the fuck
is this guy for real? Yeah.
Yeah. And then he was a short kid, and I don't mean to say this to be mean to the kid. Or he was probably like fucking 28, 29. But he was, shorter, and he was like a kind of a nerd. Like he was like getting master's shit, and he was all like, he was
the college, the one
up kid, the one up guy. And he was like very smart. He was in some master's program. Or some shit like this.
Yeah.
And, but he was kind of a nerd, like not very good looking, short, would not be a ladies man of the sort. And my buddy in Amsterdam is like a 6'5" Dutch model. Like the guy's fucking, the guy's damn fucking
beautiful.
He's straight out of fucking Vogue. We started talking about like getting girls and like going out to places and talking to girls and like, I guess, strategies of going out and like how do you meet women, how do you get girls, how do you do this kind of thing. And me and him started talking because it was more, we were kind of talking to each other, and we were like, talking about strategies of like, we'll go out and a strategy is to just talk to as many women as possible, because to get good at it, just get good at talking to girls and and stuff like this. And he just interrupts and he goes, yeah, I've never really had to do that to get laid.
Oh my God.
And he's like, no, I've usually just been able to get like 3-4 girls in a night without even having to do that. And I bring up his, nerdiness and appearance, because like, this is not the guy that would do this. And we were just literally like this, I was just like, guy, like this fucking prick, man. And so just like mega fucking douche. And then I came back and I put it all together into one. And then like, I don't know when it was, many months later, after doing the one up guy, I like was thinking about Europe again. And I was like, man, like what did I really get out of that? And I got literally 2 months in Europe of skating around. I mean, obviously the rest of the time was great, as I said.
Yeah.
But to go to a 1 hour
just
dinner,
this one thing that you almost weren't going to go to.
almost wasn't going to go to.
That you met the fucking guy.
Met the guy that then became the biggest internet bit that I'll probably ever do.
Yeah. That's crazy.
And same thing with the job. Like the job, when I left the job, I left with savings, which was nice.
Yeah.
We got taxed very heavy at that job. Like I didn't come away with like a whole shitload of money.
Yeah.
But the money that I came away with that was a healthy amount was actually from doing my own shit on the side. So I kind of left that job not having thought of any jokes, basically giving up on comedy, becoming I lost like 30 pounds, didn't work out, wasn't eating well. Like I looked like a fucking crackhead. And I left that job being like, wow, that was like a year that
I
like,
just wasted time.
what did I get out of that? And again,
Same thing. It was just like the mannerisms that
I just got this little thing from like a couple people that I met, and then I later would piece this together with a thing in Europe,
just a snowball effect,
and make it into a TikTok character that would completely blow my account up.
That's crazy, actually. I didn't know you met one guy like that. Mm-hmm. Because like so many people comment, they're like, everybody knows a guy or has dealt with someone that's like that, and so that's why I think it's such obviously a massively relatable character.
Yeah, everyone's like, and that's why like it's so lucky with that character, because everyone's like, oh, that's my, like, even you can come up like the one up guy. To be honest, I mean, some people really find it funny, and I know it's funny, but like I've thought of funnier things. But the thing about that's so lucky, and I guess even like a tip to like content creators or anything, is like, if you're really looking to like, if you're doing a character or doing a bit and you're looking to like push it to the next level and like give it some more legs, is like add some sort of beacon of relatability.
Yeah.
For people to be like, oh, I fucking know this guy. I know this person is someone, because it is really hard. Like even I'll put up other sketches that I know are funnier than the one up guy.
Yeah.
And it's
just with like funnier punchlines and like delivery. Yeah.
But it doesn't have this relatability to have people be like, this is my fucking boss or whatever and shit like that. So if you're looking to really make, if you're doing a skit, a sketch, a character, a POV, an impression, doing it of something that is like heavily relatable, that you think everyone has, like just boosts it into another realm.
And I think like also you just being like the first guy to do it, because like
that one up guy, I can confidently say no one's fucking done that shit. And I mean, I remember when I stitched to Dan Bilzerian and I was like, oh, Dan Bilzerian's the one up guy. I didn't actually, because he's not, I mean, he is, but he's the one up guy is kind of more not discreet, like just subtle with it, because they'll be like, oh, you ran a marathon in, okay. Yeah, no, I did it in, I think, like they almost do it like they're like, I'm really helping you out with this conversation. Like let's have a conversation. Oh, you did this? Oh, okay. Like,
but everything I do is better.
If you told Andrew Tate or Dan Bilzerian like, hey, I hooked up with 2 girls last night, he'd be like, you're a fucking pussy. I hooked up with 4. Yeah. It is a one-up guy. True. It is a one-up guy, but it's
a little more blunt.
It's a little bit more blunt. Like the one-up guy,
he doesn't like try and hide it. The one-up guy is more.
The one-up guy would be like
just throwing it out there. Yeah. He's like on his phone. He's like, oh yeah.
Oh, only 2? What happened to the rest?
Yeah.
Oh, you can only get 2. Yeah. Okay.
No, good for you. No, good for you.
Okay, yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, I like that shit.
Yeah.
By the way, I will say people's impressions of it are so funny.
Yeah.
Have you seen impression videos of it?
I haven't seen the impression videos, but I have seen where someone is like, it's a video. I think you might have sent it to me, where it's like, oh, I started a business and had $150,000 in sales in my first year, and then it's like this guy shows up and it's a picture of you and it's like the fucking music over it. Yeah, that shit's so funny, man.
Dude, it's funny, man. People were making edits and shit. No, there was another one today. Someone like stitched my one up guy and was like, the mannerisms are addicting. He was saying how the mannerisms are, because he's like watching the one up guy, and I'm sure other people have thought this too. They'll start to say like good for you, and like they'll do, because like the eating mannerisms are actually pretty common. Like if you're eating something and someone asks you a question and you're like kind of done eating, you just I'll do a little thing like this, just like, so it's actually pretty common. Yeah. But so like when I'll get comments all the time being like, I fucking was chewing and talking and I was doing the one up guy and I cringed and no one at the table knew what I was cringing about and shit, and I was like, that's so funny to me. But yeah, I'm pretty much done with the character as far as making TikToks about it. I'll still do the cameos, because like I love when people like just support. I'm just so fucking appreciative of people supporting.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll still do that, but I think I'm done with the one up guy as far as like just making generic TikToks go.
You don't think it'll ever make a comeback?
I mean, if I come across a video that's like, holy fucking shit, I gotta one up this, of course, but like,
I guess you also don't want to like beat a dead horse, because like then that's all your content will ever be known by. Where like you've started to do like other characters that have also kind of taken on their own paths as well. And
I think I've found the right, I think I found the right point to walk away from it, because there's still people in my comments that are like, please do the one up guy. But I would rather have that than have comments on my one up guy being like, bro, wrap it up.
Yeah. This
You know
was funny 2 months ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm sure I could still do some and have them get well received and get a lot of views and stuff. But I think I'm in that perfect zone right now where it's like, people have found it funny. Mm-hmm. People will still find it funny if they see it. They're not too high in demand for anymore.
Yeah.
But I think if, it could be 3-4 more videos until people are like, all right,
Yeah.
Because I've been very lucky. Like, I can count on one hand the amount of negative comments about the one up guy being like, it's getting old. Like I can literally count on one. I remember fucking like 3, maybe 4 of times of people being like, get a new character or whatever. That's pretty good for 30 TikToks of,
for a while it was like back to back to back.
Over 50 million views.
Yeah.
For there to be a handful of comments like that.
Yeah. That actually is kind of surprising. Is there ever like a video, like someone else's video that's like littered with tags in their comments?
Of me?
Yeah.
Dude.
Like,
oh man. I get it all the time.
I could see one that has like 1 or 2. Is there ever one that's like, unanimous people think of this guy and they think of you next?
Yeah. I've had tags like of me in videos that don't work. I remember there's this one video of a dude who was like, it's like, those videos where it's like, when you're in your Lamborghini and you drop your Rolex or you drop your iPhone fucking whatever the newest one is, I don't even know, into the pocket and you can't get it because your Rolex is too big.
Yeah.
Those videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't one up that. It's too on the nose.
It's too cheesy.
It's too cheesy. That video's not even real.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, maybe it is, obviously, but like that's a satirical video anyways. It works for on one-upping like real shit. Whenever it seems like whenever someone does like a rich guy character, I get like 30 to 40 tags in it.
Really?
Like someone will do like a rich kid, and I remember I've been tagged in that a lot. Someone did like actually his name's Austin, him and Austin Alexander, Andrew Packer, and another. There's 3 of them. I can't remember the third guy. They did a skit. It was a really good skit about like your wife's husband's friends, I think. Like you're meeting the husbands,
friends,
the other husbands.
Yeah.
The other husbands and shit. Anyway, I don't know. And like they're all rich and shit, and they were.
I think I have seen that.
Yeah, and they're kind of belittling you or like make you. And I got tagged in that a whole bunch, and I was like, but some people even said they're like, they're ripping Connor off, and I'm like, that's not ripping me off.
No,
I'm like, it's a good skit.
Yeah, it's their own.
Yeah, I don't own that. Now it's like any rich guy, people will comment and me and be like, fucking, they're ripping you off. I'm like, that's not ripping me off.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, it was a
crazy.
Fucking damn good run.
How long ago was the first one?
5 months ago.
That's that's crazy. In 5 months, how much has changed?
maybe 6. Probably like late January.
Like on all your socials and shit. Like how much is?
Because what month is June? Is it the 6th month?
Well, we're July now, so 7.
So 7. Okay, so it's probably been 6 months.
Yeah,
at least.
January is when you did the first one.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I've only had this account I got it at like Christmas, and I posted like 2 videos, like in before 2022.
Yeah, last year. That's nuts. Because how many, you're at like what, 500,000 now? In 6 months, 7 months?
I think $1 million before the end of the year would be fucking sick. But yeah, it was a good run. Oh, but I should say while we're fucking on video, if anyone listening to this has bought merch or bought a cameo or supported in any way fucking financially, that blows my fucking mind. Thank you so much. Not even on some like funny shit. That's fucking incredible. If you've allowed me to continue to do this and supported me financially, I've tried to that's why I'm so with the cameos. I've tried to give everyone like more than what it's worth. because I'm so fucking appreciative of anyone giving me fucking even like $10 to continue to support, like to continue to make money from this, because it's so crazy to me.
Yeah.
So if you've bought cameos, if you've bought merch, if you've I did a couple Twitch streams, like someone donated like $20, like if you've fucking opened up your fucking wallet at all for me, a huge fucking thank you, and I love you to bits. Hope you're enjoying the podcast. Just a reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you want to listen offline, we've got audio on Spotify, Apple, all those platforms. And if you're listening on audio and you want video, head over to the YouTube, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms at The Big Brain Boys. Enjoy. MGK stage shit. It didn't blow up. Did you see this? Bro, he was on stage and I guess the sound guy was like fucking up. And then the sound guy cut his mic off and he was like, I'm going to fucking kill you. And like chased after him and like tried to like smack him and shit.
What the fuck?
And then like ran up on stage. Dude, he's a fucking psycho, man.
He's going to be here in like 2 weeks, I think.
Don't tell me you have tickets.
Front fucking row.
And then he like smashed his guitar on the stage. Like he had like a temper tantrum.
Really?
I will say, sound like if sound guy's fucking up your performance, I've never been there, so I'm not going to judge how angry a person should reasonably get. But
to say I'm gonna fucking kill you might be a little bit over the top.
I mean, even saying that, even as it comes out of my mouth, like if someone really like, you know, like maybe it was malicious. I don't know what the backstory was, but yeah, he like his mic cut out. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, and then like ran after him and tried to like hit him, and then he went up on stage and smashed his guitar. I will like that. I'm not gonna judge because like I've been in that situation too where I'm pissed and I say some shit, but he's acting weird. Like he's like 33 and he's acting like 16, like with like the glass on the head. Like you're not like that. Like he's like that's some 80s rock.
Do you
star
think
shit
he's like trying too hard to be rock?
That's what I'm saying is like that's some like I think when me and Pat were talking was like that's like if someone ate a bat on stage. It's like Ozzy did that and he was like he was hungry for it. He wanted it. And that was fucking fucking
nuts.
rock.
Yeah.
But it's like if someone did that now, like they ate a bat on stage and then they were like,
yeah. Ooh.
It's like, oh, you're not like that.
Yeah.
Like don't try to.
Yeah.
And he's like he smashed the glass and then is like bleeding and it's like you're not. That wasn't as cool as you thought it was.
And
but
it was also like when he did that, like it was such a small crowd. Like he was in like a little like basement.
He was in a little club venue.
Like if you're on a massive stage and you do that, that's
like 80,000 people, whatever. Like that's, I guess.
There's like 20 people. You're like, psh, they're like, are you okay?
And the manager's like, hey man, come on.
You have to go to the hospital. We don't allow cuts on stage.
You can't be bleeding on the, can someone get him out of here? Yeah. He's seeming a bit, I mean, not off the rocker, but like.
Do you think he's doing it like, cause he knows those clips go viral? That's why he's doing it.
But they kind of haven't been. Like a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's like,
it's enough that we're talking about it. But.
It's like the SoundCloud rapper shit. As much as they were being like, you know, fucking, as much as they were being weirdos, everything they did went viral.
Yeah.
You know, Lil Pump fucking colored his hair and tattooed his face and he went viral.
Yeah.
Dumb, but he did it. Like, it's like MGK is doing that same stuff, but then it's getting like 40,000 views. It's like, yeah, that's not really worth it.
Yeah, it's not, no.
I don't know. So I don't know. But I mean, I think he's crushing it with his like punk rock or pop punk genre. But yeah, he's just doing a lot of like eccentric. I don't know if that's the word. Like trying a bit too hard to do that kind of shit.
Trying to be more rock than he actually is.
Well, and him and like Megan Fox saying they drink each other's blood and shit.
Yeah, that was weird.
If you say that on the internet and then you get mad at the criticism, like, dude, eat a dick.
But you're also like, you saying that, you're trying to rile people up.
Sure. Hope you're enjoying the podcast. Just a reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you want to listen offline, we've got audio on Spotify, Apple, all those platforms. And if you're listening on audio and you want video, head over to the YouTube, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms at The Big Brain Boys. Enjoy. Okay.
Yeah, dude, if you're getting drunk every weekend, you're just escaping reality. That's all you're doing, dude. Like, all you have, you should just put a sign over your head, I'm a loser. Hold on, you are smart enough to go to a bar all weekend or go to some club all weekend and just get drunk? Wow, you're an utter genius. What an amazing person you are. Well, I never thought about that. Would my life be so much better if I went this week? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wake up Saturday and I'm gonna go to a place, I'm just gonna drink all day.
Yeah, it sounds fucking awesome.
Wake up, bro. Get a fucking job. There's a place in Tampa Bay where it's like, you know, it's a place on the water where it goes to drink. I'm like, what are you guys doing, dude? I pass by that place sometimes. That ain't life, bro. I'll tell you what life is. Life is being able to do whatever the fuck you want to.
Of course he says, I'll tell you what life is.
Yeah, like being able to do what you want to is the same thing as saying, I'm able to do whatever I want, so I went to a bar.
Yeah, literally.
Not flying fucking commercial, going wherever the fuck you want, when you want, how you want, where you want. That's life. And none of y'all other motherfuckers are doing that shit. So stop telling me y'all out there celebrating life. You flying JetBlue. Fuck
you. Yeah, I mean, he just got bullied in high school.
Yeah, that's a great way of saying you didn't get invited to the party.
Yeah.
And you hit the nail on the head in the middle there. That sounds fucking great.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing?
Drinking is amazing.
Yeah, he's like, that's not life. I don't know. It's pretty fucking cool sometimes.
Pretty fucking good. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you're doing it every fucking day, no.
Yeah,
but going to a bar and partying with your friends is fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's a great way to have fun.
It's a great what as an adult having fun, that's one of the best things you can do.
He's like, yeah, you should be flying private. You fly private to fucking Tahiti and then what? You drink water the whole time?
Yeah, exactly.
No, you go to Tahiti and get fucking loaded.
Dude, the internet is fucking littered with these guys now. And I hate the fact that people are so like impressionable when they go on to consume this content. Very similar with like Andrew Tate and like Dan Bilzerian and stuff like that. I really want people to know, like, this is not the guy. I mean, he obviously, there are qualities about this guy that you should take away. You need to be soak in the good and get out the bad. Mm-hmm. But you don't want to be this guy.
No, that guy sucks.
That guy has no friends.
Yeah.
And any friends he does have are strictly yes men who are around him to be like, that was sick what you said.
Like at the end when all the cameramen and producers
are laughing, those guys,
they're like, he signs my paychecks.
They know who fucking butters the bread or whatever.
Yeah, that guy's not cool.
You do not want to be this guy. Now, he's making a good point about you don't want to fucking just be wasting your life away getting drunk. But
yeah, don't be an alcoholic, but like
to be going to a bar
on the weekend,
having fun with your friends. Because I'll say this, I guarantee if anyone invited this guy out, I bet he'd be like, yeah, I'll be there in like 10 minutes.
Yo, are we going to that really cool club in LA? Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. Because he's never been invited to shit.
Yeah.
And he's developed this bitterness. Like, dude, you gotta have fucking balance.
Yeah.
You know?
You're allowed to have fun. You're allowed to be rich and have fun.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, dude.
Like, you're not going to get drunk and build a business. Hey, lots of people have.
Yeah,
lots of people have.
Oh, yeah. That's another thing is just say you can't multitask.
Yeah. You can build an empire and drink on Saturday sometimes.
And have a fucking Bud Light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. And like this, people like this have been popping up for fucking ever. Him, Andrew Tate.
There are these business owners that there's only one way to run a business, and that's by calling the poor people fucking peasants. Exactly. And drinking is stupid. And you should only focus on building a business.
And not hanging out with any of your friends.
Yeah.
Or not having friends.
Yeah, like, you sleep 7 hours a night, that's 7 hours too many.
That's fucking bullshit.
You should be building an empire.
Yeah. You need your sleep. You need to socialize. You need fucking friends.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, Andrew Tate is obviously the epitome of it.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that people are so impressionable when they go on to consume this content. Because guys like Andrew Tate, people look at this guy and they're like, oh, I want to be like him. Like, you have to, like, that's not a guy you want to be either.
No.
You really got to understand that. Because even he's not that guy.
You got to realize when he does those podcasts or those clips, he's also putting on a character a little bit.
Putting on a character. Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Putting on a character a lot. So they go on, they see Andrew Tate doing this shit. They're like talking about, I had fucking 30 bitches driving my Bugatti and shit. It's like, bro, have you seen, his only friend is his brother.
Yeah.
And he might say, I don't need any more friends. You want more friends and you fucking think about it every night.
Yeah.
You think about it every night. Everyone you grew up with is hanging out together and you're like, I just want an invite, dog. You don't want to be hated. You don't want to be a hated guy who's just there because girls know you're rich.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to.
No.
People see it on the outside. They see Dan Bilzerian and
with
Andrew
30
Tate.
girls and you're like, that's awesome.
Bro,
but it's like, you don't see the behind closed doors.
You do not want to be that guy.
No.
You want to be successful. You want to be desired. You want to be. You want to have the fucking best girls and whatever. Like whatever you want. And
your friends, like.
Yeah, you be.
It's okay to be a normal dude.
Yeah, they don't. People glamorize this kind of like Wolf of Wall Street.
Exactly.
People glamorize this like dirty stockbroker. You know, they people conveniently ignore. I mean, the movie is so big in pop culture.
Yeah.
But people conveniently ignore the ending of that movie where his life gets fucked. I'll tell you right now, Jordan Belfort is like all the shit he's doing right now. He is so in debt.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
He has to pay all that shit back. Mm-hmm. And everything he's doing right now is going towards
paying off his debt.
Like, his life is over. He's a fucking slave.
Yeah.
You know, and people are like, I want to be. No, you don't want to be that guy.
No.
You don't want to be that guy.
By the end of it, he was ruined.
Yeah, you don't want to be this
Yeah.
fucking guy.
Yeah.
You got to, like, entertainment and media is a highlight reel, and you got to fucking, I mean, I'm speaking to the young kid, like young boys who fucking consume this shit.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to realize this is not somebody you want to be. This is their highlight reel, and that's strictly
They
it.
also get to go on these podcasts and just say whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
None of it's true. They're probably leasing half those vehicles, don't own them.
Yep.
They're probably, most of them probably in debt. And
Yeah.
these podcasts are just slowly paying off this shit that they're in debt for.
You see it sometimes. I remember a couple years ago, Tyga. I mean, Tyga, people on paper would think, like, or at face value, people would be like, oh my God, Tyga, he must be a super rich fucking rapper.
Yeah.
He had his fucking, I can't remember what car, a Lamborghini or something. He had it like repoed, like on getting pulled over, like in the streets. He got it repoed because he was behind many a payments.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Chris Brown, I think it happened to too. Like these, like you have to understand when you, what people choose what to show you.
Oh, yeah. Especially these people that are big on social media now, as these like millionaire business owners and entrepreneurs. It's like
This guy might not even own a business. He might literally just be a character.
Yeah, I have no idea who that guy is except for that TikTok.
Exactly. He might work at fucking Chipotle. But he fucking has a fucking camera phone and he made a TikTok account and he can do whatever he wants.
He puts on a big fake watch. And
exactly. You don't know the real story to whatever this thing is. Mm-hmm. It's like watching the one up guy on my TikTok and being like, this guy's fucking loaded.
This guy's got it going on.
You have to understand people are choosing what to show you and they conveniently neglect the bad stuff. Like what? How many Fridays? Because another thing too, you can work and you can work and you can work. Me and you both work very hard, and there are an infinite number of people out there who work harder than us, and I'll say that, of course, obviously. And there are business owner entrepreneurs who fucking sacrifice their, blood, sweat, and tears to their, you could essentially call it a craft, right? Mm-hmm. But how many Fridays and Saturdays can you do that in a row before you're like, man, I really just want to like hang out with a friend?
I just want to take a weekend off.
But you got, and then you're like, who needs friends when you're fucking sipping mojitos? And it's like, no, you need a friend.
No, it's all right to
because doing that by yourself is fun for 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's fun for a day.
And then you're like, I really wish I had someone to talk to.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this guy will never make a video about how 2 Saturdays ago he was like, fuck, man, I'm just sitting here by myself.
Yeah.
Because I've pushed everyone away because I'm like, fucking, you're drinking beers? You're a fucking idiot. And then all your friends who drink beers are like, all right, see you later,
all right,
man.
we're going to go drink beers outside on this beach.
And you're never getting an invite again.
I'm sitting behind this computer and I'm fucking grinding for the next 8 hours. They're like, okay, cool, man. Mm-hmm. We're going to be like having a really good time.
Yeah.
But if you want to look at Excel sheets for tonight, yeah, fuck off.
You guys are fucking. What was the line he said? He said, you might as well have a sign over your head that says, I'm a loser. That's how you know he's bitter, is because he's like going at it hard.
Yeah, he's attacking people that have fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you know for sure. And that's the thing is people don't put that 2 and 2 together. Like you got to remember people are choosing what to show you. And he's not going to show you how 2 Saturdays ago he was fucking crying. He was on his toilet taking a shit. And he was crying with his pants around his ankles. Probably the worst look a human being can ever have is crying on the toilet. And he was doing that because he's like, no one's texted me. No one's called me. I could be sick right now and no one would text me and say,
he's like seeing all the stories of people having fun.
Exactly.
Oh,
that's exactly right. Yeah. Take everything you see on social media with a grain of salt and do not fucking idolize these guys.
I was going to say, just consume everything we say and believe it wholeheartedly, and that's it. But all these other guys don't believe them. There's about 2 brain cells in this entire room right now.
I've got both.
Dibs.
Hope you're enjoying the podcast. Just a reminder, if you're watching on YouTube, remember to subscribe. And if you want to listen offline, we've got audio on Spotify, Apple, all those platforms. And if you're listening on audio and you want video, head over to the YouTube, subscribe, and follow us on all social media platforms at The Big Brain Boys. Enjoy.
Speaking of brain cells, you see Joey Chestnut eat 63 hot dogs in 10 minutes?
Dude, this is my favorite thing about you, because the greatest bits we've ever done are literally when we talk about something and then you'll just go, speaking of, did you hear about this?
The worst segues ever.
Yeah, I was like, the Caitlyn Jenner bit's still one of my favorites. And we were talking about Caitlyn Jenner running for governor. And then you're just like, by the way, remember when she killed a person? And it became one of the greatest bits we've ever done. And just shit like that, like always. And that's my favorite.
I mean, sometimes you just say
you
things.
have such an inability to garner information prior to needing it. But in the moment, you're like, you know what you are? You're a guy who at all times just took the Limitless pill that Bradley Cooper did. And he just did the whole like, which is like,
things are happening.
That's you. But if I ask you at any time, like, what are your thoughts on this? I don't know, man.
Well, the funny thing is, when those moments happen, it's because you say something, and I bet you if you like rewind the tape, you could see it. You said something.
Rewind to the tape.
And it popped into my head, and then everything you said after that was out the window because I was already moving. I was already moving on to the next thing.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. Speaking of brain cells, Joey Chestnut, are you saying he's dumb? Because who's made more money?
Yeah. No, I'm saying it takes a lot of brain cells to eat that many hot dogs.
Oh, really? That's what you're saying. Are you sure?
I mean, he had to have worked hard to get where he is.
Do you know
anything about the Nathan hot dog eating contest?
Do I know anything about the Nathan's hot dog eating contest? No, Matt, I don't know anything about the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
So let me break it down for you. Every July 4th, America's Day.
It's a fucking 4th of July.
Yeah. They have the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. And Joey Chestnut is a living American legend.
He is current. Oh, read this.
Where is it?
Read this. He is currently ranked first in the world by Major League Eating.
The MLE. So get this. Joey Chestnut is a 15-time Nathan's hot dog eating contest champion.
What do you think the odds are we can get this guy on the podcast?
Slim to none.
Is he that big? What's his Instagram?
He's the world's most famous man.
He's the Dos Equis guy?
Yeah.
He's the coolest. He's the most interesting man on the planet.
If Joey Chestnut posts anything other than hot dogs on his Instagram, I'm not following him.
He's got 88K, bro. We can get this guy on the podcast. World's number one competitive eater. Goofy guy who loves to eat and have fun. His first 3 lines of his bio are about how he like hot dog eater, world's number one competitive eater, goofy guy who loves to eat and have fun. What blows my mind about these guys is they're like, I mean, I don't know. I haven't seen a lot of hot dog eating, but like a lot of times I see them, they're not that like fat.
No, they're
like you think about a guy.
You think he'd be like 600 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there's a few things I wanted to, because you don't know anything about this guy, correct?
I know nothing other than hot dog eater.
So how many hot dogs and buns do you think you could eat in 10 minutes? Realistically, be real.
In 10?
Yeah.
But you know me, though.
Yeah, I know you love to eat.
I don't want to sound like I could take on Joey Chestnut, but I'd say 20.
20 hot dogs? You think so?
Yeah.
That's a lot. I would say 10, like would be my max.
Would it be 1 a minute, or would you significantly slow down after like 5?
Yeah, like after 5, I'm just going to be full. Like
it'll take me 10 hot dogs to even think about me feeling full, especially if it's fast.
Fuck.
Like whenever, like sometimes I'll go to a friend's, I don't want to go off track, but sometimes I'll like go to a friend's barbecue and I will literally not eat Because I'm like, you don't understand. I'm just a waste of food. Because if you give me 2 hot dogs, it actually makes it worse. It makes me more hungry.
Yeah.
People fill up on that shit and it blows my mind. So I'd be like, don't even waste it on me. Give it to someone. Give it to the women and children who would, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna eat this whole fucking barbecue dry.
I'm a monster. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, continue.
So
15th win.
a few days ago, July 4th, he ate 63 in 10 minutes. That's 6 hot dogs a minute. And bun. But get this. I think this was one of his lowest numbers. He has the world record for the most hot dogs eaten at 75. Isn't that fucking bananas?
Bananas or hot dogs?
Try eating 75 in fucking 24 hours.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But okay, what is he like after? Like, is he fine after? Because if it's 10 minutes of after when the buzzer rings, does he just go? Blah,
no. Well, does
he walk away and go?
I don't know. I imagine he does throw up, but afterwards he receives the belt and does an interview. Watch this guy get down a few. Those things are getting deleted, 2 at a time. Now the buns go down.
Oh, he separates them?
First minute 12.
This is on ESPN.
Yes. Joey Jaws Chestnut.
That's disgusting, bro.
And he dips the buns in water to...
Oh, what? Well, that's kind of cheating. Well, I guess...
It's part of the rules, man.
He probably doesn't even... Does he even chew it? He just swallows it, I bet.
No, he chews. That's how you have to take really small bites, so it's all just a big fucking mess in your stomach. Skip. That's the look of a that's like that meme of LeBron in the finals. That's what that look was. Holy fuck.
Dude, this guy's the literal glizzy...
The glizzy god.
The glizzy god.
Yeah.
He's literally the glizzy god.
Yeah.
He's the fucking... Wow.
Now get this. This is the next part of the story I want to get to. This last one he did where he ate 63, he was attacked mid-contest. A protester ran up on stage and interrupted the glizzy god. And now this is the best part. Mid-downing dogs, he choke-slammed the protester and continued to eat dogs and win the contest.
He's a living, breathing superhero.
It was unbelievable.
So he got tackled, choke-slammed somebody. So he probably could have...
Pull up Joey Chestnut choke slam or something. I don't know. It should... Yeah, attacked. First one. Watch this fucking move. This is how you know this guy was built for the moment.
Yes,
Takes him
sir.
out. No question.
Goes back to
the dogs.
Gluzzing glizzies.
I don't know. He might have snapped his neck in half there.
Wow. And then right back
to it. And still beat the competition by like 10.
What do you think is more ice in the veins-esque? This guy getting attacked by a protester, chokeslamming him, and then going back to downing dozens and dozens of wet hot dogs? Mm-hmm. Or LeBron in the garden?
Either Joey Chestnut choking out a protester or Jordan flu game. What's more prolific? To overcome adversity like this?
Can I say something honestly?
Let's hear it.
Jordan flu game, like they say basketball is a physical sport, but it's kind of not.
It's
this
really
guy.
not.
This guy did MMA and competitive eating in one. But no matter how
Jordan had the sniffles.
Yeah, no matter how bad a shape you're in, basketball is still just basketball. And I say this as a guy that I could be in the NBA in 6 hours.
Yeah. Put the ball in the hoop. It's easy. Down 63 dogs and rear naked choke.
What I will say, if the protester came up, put the sign in front, and then ran away, just distracted him, I'd say they're about equal.
Yeah.
Because then there was Jordan flu game and this doing that. This guy got in his grill, and then he pulled and then he did Brazilian jiu-jitsu /
snapped his neck in half.
Put
the protester down, saved hundreds of people possibly.
I say that with zero satirical tone.
Yeah, I got the glizzy god by a mile.
I got the glizzy god by a mile. Got the glizzy god by a mile, and I'm glad you say that too.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
So yeah, I'll mark you down for next.
Should we do one of these?
Hot dog eating contest?
But we have to microwave them though, because I'm not gonna fucking. I mean, well, realistically, let's say it's.
Let's just eat them cold.
Well, no, because they're probably warm and wet. These guys are
They
doing
boil the fuck out of these, don't they?
Yeah.
These are some boiled dogs.
boiled dogs. These guys. So he gets to dip them in water, bro. That's that.
Yeah,
does
look at all the
kinda-
water in front of him. He dips the buns and he sucks them back. He doesn't even.
So he separates the meat from the.
I think so. I think he grabs.
Dude, that's lame.
I think he grabs 2 dogs.
That's
downs
actually lame.
them, and
I
then
don't-
grabs 2 buns and downs
I
them.
don't like that. I don't like that, bro.
You don't agree with it?
No,
You're not into it?
no, I don't like that actually.
That's too bad, man. That's really too bad.
No, I don't. I think eat the hot dog as it is with no. Don't soak it like it's a fucking baby getting baptized.
Yeah, don't don't change the hot dog recipe. Hot dog has always been meat and bun in one.
Together.
No water, no nothing.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I think Joey Chestnut. I think it's Joey Fake Nut is what he is.
2 seconds ago, you were calling him the Glizzy God. Now it's Joey Fake Nut. Sounds like a porn name.
Joey. He's never had a real orgasm in his life. Yeah, no, nah, I don't like it. Taking the hot dogs apart, bro. You're a dork, is what you are. You're a dork, and wetting them too is you're a.
How many hot dogs, no buns, could you eat in 10 minutes?
40. Yeah, no, 40.
You're out to lunch. Literally, hot dog lunch. If I piled 40 hot dogs in front of you, you might throw up just from looking at it.
We should do this, man. 10-minute hot dog Conti? Well, that's fucking sick. Joey Chestnut is the new MJ, and he should have his own shoe. Thanks for checking out this week's episode. Hope you liked it. We'll be back next week with a brand new one. Remember to follow the social media at The Big Brain Boys. Subscribe to the YouTube. Follow the Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your audio podcasts. And we'll see you next week.
And if you guys have any questions you want answered, topics you want us to cover, or any bad advice from us, hit us up at The Big Brain Boys on Instagram. Scene.
My man.